I really think that probably one day I'm gonna be able to say, oh, I knew that guy when he was a student here, because I really think he's gonna do something important.
My name is Amos Taiswa, and Northern helped me rise to the top. I grew up in Kenya, the southwest region. I grew up in a tribe called the Maasai. In my tribe, when you grow up as a kid, you pride into being a warrior. So education is not something that majority of the people will think of. So when I graduated top of my class, people had high hope on me, especially my dad. He saw like I can do so much better, especially for the community. So I got a chance to go to Florida and study for aerospace engineering for a semester in Embry-Riddle, Daytona Beach. And yeah, it was a good experience, but very different from what I grew up with. Life wasn't as easy as I expected, you know. It became so hard for me. I couldn't manage, you know, paying my rent and paying for school at the same time. It became so hard until I ended up being homeless. I didn't know I was homeless in the first place, because in Kenya, usually it's very hard to be homeless. A pilot friend was asking me, where have you been spending your nights? And I told him I've just been hanging around the library. And he told me, I think you're homeless. Yeah, so that was when everything changed. The dream turned into a nightmare for me. Most of my friends wanted me to go back home, but I didn't want to go home back a failure, you know.
In the spring, I got an email from a young man who introduced himself and was interested in the engineering program at Northern and wanted to run cross country as well. I knew it was kind of a different email of interest, or a different recruiting email that I'd received, but I still wasn't sure where it would go, and I kept my expectations low.
I sent separate emails to those coaches, but only Chad was able to respond to me within a very short time.
It came to light after having some phone conversations and a few more emails, and I learned that he was really having a tough time in Florida where he was at. I became really interested in just helping him out a little bit.
His response was really good. He wanted me to come here like the next week, very soon as possible, and it was scary, but it was a chance that I wanted to do. I wasn't fearful in any way. I knew that this is a path that I need to take.
We really explored a lot of ways for him to get to Montana from Florida, train, bus, and ultimately we were able to, or I should say he was able to, find enough money to get airfare up here.
He picked me in Great Falls, and he had all stuff ready. He had a shirt for me for the team to put on in the airport, and that was just something that I was like, this life, it's life-changing, you know? After my first month here, I was able to meet very many friends. Also the instructors, my first academic advisor, he saw my grades when I came here, and he told me that we are going to change those B's into A's, and he did that. I was able to have that one-on-one, someone who was caring, guardian, you know, someone who wanted me to achieve something. That's how I knew that I'm here for a long time. Yeah.
Oh man, he's grown so much. I mean, I think his physical growth that I've observed has been impressive, certainly. But socially, intellectually, emotionally, that's really been even more impressive to me.
My education improved. I was able to learn something that I had passion in, and instructors were able to tap into my mind, you know, show me that there is more that I can achieve. I would like to work in research about, you know, creating materials that are very affordable, you know, especially for very poor economy, especially the African economy. So I'm thinking of creating a material from renewable sources, you know, from waste products. That's how I'm hoping to give that back to my African community. I'd like them to get something out of this, you know, that something good can come out of any community, any society.
I think I just appreciate the commitment that he's made to his education, to his team, to his professors. He's just someone I respect tremendously, and someone who gives me inspiration to work harder as a coach and as a teacher. For him to come to a place like Havre, Montana, not knowing anybody or really even understanding the culture that well, to becoming a member of the homecoming court, a tutor on campus, a resident assistant, a member of summer research projects. Just so much. He's done so much to become part of this campus life. And you know, he's just going to be missed by so many people. I'm going to miss the heck out of him when he's gone.
So Chad has been, I don't even know how to explain. He's been so good to me. He's someone who has inspired my academic path. He's always motivated me, you know, reaching an extra level, just telling me that I have more potential than I think I do. To people who have the same background as me, where you're told that education doesn't matter, you know, you might not know what potential you have in you, but once you have that confidence to go forward and try it, you know, learn, study, you can be able to tap into those potentials that you're able to achieve, be more productive in the community. You need to be resilient, be confident, and believe in yourself. Find the right people, find the right community that will help you achieve these goals. You can do something that's very important to the entire humanity. Coming to Northern, my life turned around within a week into something that here I am right now. And it's something that I don't even know if I ever imagined happening to my life. So Northern has played a very important role in changing my life.